Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Hey, foxtrot.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Flushed out right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Ready? 18 Gator.
53, Mike.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Get it.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, switch gears. Switch on travel. Check 15. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
55. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now wins. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
From
the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, Clement. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll try and run here with Clement. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go. 180!
I got you.
Here.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wentz leaves with Clement on the draw. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 30.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the curl.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field.
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Throwing Jones, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong up 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jones. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now Joe Mixon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
955! This by 7.
Watch the slant. 955.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yo, faster! Get it.
To throw again. Jones. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Mixon with a first down carry. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Mixon will try the right side. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lefty, lefty. Here we go again. 4-5-7. Hey, check right. Watch it.
Throwing his Wentz. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Straight 15.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. You can't block me.
Mike 40.
Smooth. Mike 40. Here we go.
The final shot before half for Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
Watch the clock. Motion. Pop.
They'll throw now on the final play. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coach Benjamin has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. Stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Check. Watch 54. I got you.
And they're running the jet sweep. This is Jeffrey. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Here we go. 180. 54. Right, 54. Kill. Team was pretty quiet. Back. SOS. 57. You go tight. You got tight.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
That's got to be a long day. Mike 5-4.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
70, Indy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Wentz now on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Treadwell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Dalvin Cook, his running back, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
Watch the twist.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now Cook running right. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Back to throw. Jones. And he's able to find Diggs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Blue jaw Porker. Hey, Alpha.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. He's going to... And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
82, 14. Hey, dude.
To throw, it's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Back to Mixon on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Waiting.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On second down, Clement. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Once again, it's Clement. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
80 weapon. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
You got it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Sweetie! 40's the mic, 40's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Wentz defers to Clement, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League.